Thanks for having us today. So I'm actually co-presenting with another one of my colleagues from the Live Big team, but I'll go in to explain a little bit more about, I guess, my role and Mete, who will be joining us from Live Big. So today we're just going to give you a really brief overview of the Arriba Group, let you know a little bit about our journey, the services, and most importantly, our vision, values, and culture, and what's, I guess, what you can expect as a new grad coming to the Arriba Group. So for those that don't know us, we are the Arriba Group, and as part of the group, we are Rehab Management, Live Big, as well as Aim Big. And basically, I guess we call ourselves a bit of a family, but we're a family of companies that have been created really to give people across a number of different sectors their best opportunity in life. So whether it's around returning to independence, returning to work, is what we're focused on. I guess our company really is focused on quality and effective service delivery, but whilst delivering, I guess, exceptional results to our clients and our customers. And where it's super dedicated, very passionate, which is really, I guess, part of what the name of the Arriba Group is all about. So onwards and upwards. Just to give, we have shared vision and values across all of our three companies, and I would say I've been around in this industry and worked as an occupational therapist for nearly 20 years now, and I can hand on heart say that this vision and our mission and our core values is something that drives us every day. And our mission is to be Australia's most progressive, people-centric company to achieve the best outcomes for all of our clients. And our vision is to be the #1 nationwide market leader in occupational rehab, employment, specialist allied health services, and a provider of choice to our customers as well as our people. So that means our employees. And the values that we live by every day are around being customer focused and delivering exceptional customer service, people passionate, putting people at the center of everything that we do, quality oriented. So our solutions, measure and deliver proven outcomes, and this is across all three companies. Innovation driven, and that's a key value for us, and we are often nominated in innovation awards as well as win innovation awards. So we won Australia's most innovative health company last year under the AFR, and we are also dynamic and agile, and that was actually a new value that was introduced last year in response to COVID. We really realised how dynamic and agile we were, or we are, as a company. So I'm going to go over a little bit about rehab management, and then I'll hand over to my colleague Mete, who's going to talk you through Live Big. But Rehab Management is the first company as part of, or it's the founding company as part of the Arriba Group, and we were established in 1998. So if anyone can do maths, it's about 23 years ago, and we're really an award-winning, nationally accredited and industry-leading occupational rehab provider. We deliver sort of corporate health services, and we have a multidisciplinary team of occupational therapists, physiotherapists, psychologists, rehab counsellors, and exercise physiologists that deliver a wide range of, I guess, really client-centric, tailored services to people with an injury, illness, or disability, and integrated rehab and workplace health solutions. So typically, we're working with people that are of working age, and generally, we're looking to return somebody back to function following an injury or illness. Generally, it will often happen in the workplace. It might be a motor vehicle accident. We also work across a number of different insurance schemes, such as DVA as well, so returning veterans to employment. Our key focus is in rehab, occupational rehab, so returning people to occupation and employment, returning to work, and often or sometimes career transitioning when people aren't able to return to their employment, injury prevention and management, and that's something that we do all day, every day with the clients that we work with, but also provide support to employers to help them identify maybe where they might have some risks within their organisations. We do a lot of ergonomics and manual handling training, as well as psychological and physical health and wellbeing services. And I'll just hand you over to Mete, who's going to talk to you about the Live Big team.
No, can you hear me? Because I know that I can't be seen. You can hear me? Okay. So the LIVBIG part of the Arriba Group was launched in 2019, and we've been growing at a rapid pace since then. We are currently mainly in Victoria and New South Wales, and we provide a mixture of exercise physiology, psychology, including behaviour support, physiotherapy, speech pathology, and occupational therapy. The majority of our services are provided in the home or in the schools, depending on where it's most convenient for the client, as well as where it's most conducive to receiving the best intervention possible for what you've been referred for. We have a very strong multicultural team. Multicultural, yes, that too, but what's the word? Multidisciplinary team who work very closely together. And we often have clients that are referred for multiple services, and so our therapists work closely together to achieve a higher outcome than each individual service might otherwise be able to. We are also, because we are so closely linked with Rehab Management and AIM-BIG, we are developing clinic spaces around the place as we speak. So we are very much a progressive company that's developing very rapidly in the clinic space, but we have a lot of clients that we see both in the home and in the community. I think that's
wonderful. Thanks, Meshti. And just a quick overview of AIM-BIG employment. AIM-BIG is our sister company as part of the Arriba Group, and it's really dedicated to delivering services to support people to return to employment within the disability employment space. There is opportunity to work across the three businesses within the Arriba Group as a graduate. Typically, we do focus really on rehab management and LIVBIG. And what we generally say for new graduates joining is, your learning journey is so very steep in your first role, in your first professional role. And typically what we'll say is to really understand one of the businesses. So it might be LIVBIG first for at least the first 6 months, get through, your understanding of the organisation, how to deliver services really well, and then we start to look at potential other opportunities across the group. And I'll give you a story in a minute about someone that's done that as well. So at Rehab, or at Arriba Group, we offer a graduate academy program. We've been running this program for 6 years now, and it's really, really successful. We still have graduates from our program 6 years ago who often come each year to deliver a bit of a session to our new graduates to talk to them about their experience. But really, the graduate program it's a 6-month minimum program, and it's really aimed at developing our new graduates, but providing a really positive employment experience, not just around technical capability, but also around understanding the organisation, having access to senior leaders, and understanding what your career can look like. So it's a very intensive program, and I'll run you through a little bit more of the finer details. So it's a real job with real responsibilities, I guess, from day one, but we have a really targeted approach. So we do a combination of classroom learning, e-learning activities, and job shadowing. Each of our graduates in the program will have exposure and opportunities to network with our senior leaders and different people across the organisation. We also pair our graduates with at least one mentor to ensure that you've got a really smooth transition into LIVBIG or rehab management life. And the mentorship, as I said, runs for about 6 months, or a minimum of 6 months. We run induction workshops over and above our general induction that we do for people joining the organisation that really provide you with that essential background information on the industry, how we operate as a business, and tips and tricks for how to be successful and how to learn, I guess, from other graduates that have come through the program previously. our graduate support team, you'll have one member that will assist you throughout the year as part of our graduate support team as well. We have minimum monthly meetings with the graduate group that are organised for the graduates, where you can discuss sort of different things that have come up as part of your experience. And we often call that sort of sharing your experience and sharing a bit of brilliance between our graduates as well. Like I've said, you've got the opportunity to meet with our executives who also share their experiences and tips for how to have a successful first year in your first professional role. We also have very tailored personal and professional development opportunities as part of our graduate program and as part of our induction program as well. I guess, what does the ideal academy graduate look like at Arriba Group? It's definitely somebody that is, really, I guess, inquisitive, very flexible. If you see yourself as a problem solver and quite intuitive, definitely highly organised, but I would say that's definitely a skill we can work on. I know that myself coming into this industry, really having that ability to be a critical thinker and think laterally as well. And probably most important is to be really passionate about people and delivering the best outcomes. So having that empathy for the clients that you're working with as well. I've got two things running at the same time. Sorry, I just seem to be a little bit stuck. Okay. So in terms of our culture, people, I guess, are at the centre of everything that we do, and all the decisions that I make as a senior leader, I'm general manager at Rehab Management, are really motivated by our people and the people that we deliver services to. We really are highly motivated by having a really client-focused workplace culture, but we focus on those key values in terms of our delivery of services and what we do with our people every day. Here's some commentary from some of our staff. So the best company they've ever worked for, from an occupational therapist in Maitland, and I know that particular OT, she's got about 30 years experience, so that's saying something. And she also supports our students and graduate program as well. So love working for the company. And another OT, actually, one of our state managers, talking about the opportunities for consultants, really due to the size and our national presence and the ability to deliver services across potentially, the NDIS as well as within occupational rehab and disability employment services. So what are the perks for the Arriba Group? We have specific days that we call U days, one a quarter, that's given to all of our employees. So it's additional annual leave or additional leave. We offer flexibility in our payment options or in remuneration and how you're remunerated. So for some people, they like to be remunerated weekly, others prefer it monthly. We're very flexible as an organisation, very family oriented, and our founder, who's our owner, and Arriba Group is a privately owned business, is very, very focused on family and making sure that culture drives through our business. We've got remuneration and benefits, a great incentive program, a real focus on career and learning, not just in the graduate program, but for all of our employees. We have career development plans in place for every single employee, and we really focus on that rewards and recognition, as well as the health and wellbeing of our staff. And we've got different things that we run in terms of employee assistance programs, but also our Gracias platform, which is an innovative platform that is very desired, so which looks at our benefits and staff recognition. We have a big, strong focus on recognition at the Arriba Group and make sure that we really shout out when people are, really doing the best by their clients and living to our values and achieving our vision and our mission. In terms of career progression, we're very structured at Arriba Group in terms of how we look at progression and the different opportunities available. I think as new graduates, what's important to understand is that there is that ability and there are very clear pathways for progression. So into potentially different business lines, as well as around innovation with a particular focus on digital, looking also at, potential opportunities for leadership as you continue to grow. So that's that's our sort of typical career sort of trajectory from consultant, and you could go all the way to general manager, really. So if you'd like to join our team, really I'd encourage you to have a look at our website and have a look at the opportunities that are available. We have a number of new graduate opportunities. We do really focus on making sure we've got the right amount of senior clinicians and senior staff across all of our locations to ensure that you've got a very, very supported graduate induction program. So I just encourage you to have a look at our website. There is you'll see on there a link where you can go through for vacancies at Rehab Management, as well as vacancies at the Arriba Group. And I guess I'll stop sharing at this point, but does anyone have any questions?
I believe we had one that just came through. So one was, I'll be graduating at the end of this year in a Master of Social Work, a qualifying degree. I've been working as an NDIS support worker for more than a year and also working as a leisure and lifestyle assistant. Just wondering what sort of roles would we get in the industry, leading healthcare providers, as I've been working in the healthcare sector for more than a year without a driver's license. How important is it to get a graduate role in our sectors?
I might take the question from a rehab management perspective. So if you're graduating as a social worker, there are opportunities, I guess, across nationally at rehab management for our social workers. For some jurisdictions like New South Wales, there is some particular extra steps that you might need to take as a social worker to work across occupational rehabilitation, but that's something that is certainly able to use that the time out call. And in terms of a driver's license, I would say probably relatively important across the sector in terms of being able to get to your clients. But again, that would depend on, you know, whereabouts this particular person lived. If it was in a metro area, it's probably not as specific. Mette, anything from your end from Live Big?
Yes, I was going to say it's difficult to work for Live Big and not have a license because we are traveling a lot of the time to visit people in their homes or at schools, and these schools may be on a bus line, but most homes are not. So definitely recommended there. Also, in the sense of being a social worker and working in Live Big, you would need to, you would probably only at this stage be working within the behaviour support space, and you'd need to add some extra training for that. So as a social worker directly, we wouldn't have immediate availability for positions for you, but certainly worthwhile having a conversation with us about what you could do with us. And again, use the link to reach out to the talent group.